On business news tonight, Nigeria's external reserves rise by 2.54% to $48.76 billion. While on sports news, Warrior Wolves win battle over ownership of Super Eagles AFCON 2013 winning duo of Sunday Mba and Chigozie Agbin.
We begin tonight with the trial of the alleged mastermind of the bombing that brought tears and sorrow to many families 2 Christmases ago in Niger State. Mr. Kabiru Sokoto, at the resumed hearing in an Abuja High Court today, the accused person pleaded not guilty to the charges of terrorism against him. About 15 people died in that blast. Mr. Sokoto is also charged with complicity in the attack on the police headquarters in Abuja and other key government facilities in Sokoto State. Our correspondent, Madala reports.
Mr. Kabiru Sokoto arrived at the court in the company of security operatives. As soon as he entered the courtroom, he was given access to his lawyers, his wife, and 2 children. Shortly after that, the charges were read to him and he pleaded not guilty. The prosecutor accused Sokoto of masterminding an attack on the Nigerian police headquarters and other key government facilities in Sokoto State. He was also said to have knowledge of the Christmas Day bombing in 2011 and failed to report to the appropriate authorities. Having taken his plea, his lawyer attempted to make an oral application for his bail, but this was rejected by Justice Demola, who asked the defense to bring a formal application for bail. He also ordered Sokoto's counsel to file all the necessary documents and serve all parties on or before the 26th of April 2013. The judge, however, obliged the request of the accused person, who asked to be remanded at the Kuje prisons. Justice Demola fixed the 2nd, 6th and 9th of May for the prosecution to open its case against the accused. Channels Television News.
Well, the court may be dealing with the case of Kabiru Sokoto, but the JTF is confronting the sect members in hiding in Yobe State. In a renewed battle today, the JTF raided the sect's hideout in Majari village of Gujuba local government area of the state. Spokesperson of the task force, Lieutenant Eli Lazarus, says 4 suspects were arrested in the camp, while 1 Isuzu pickup van, 10 motorcycles, bomb-making materials, 200 rounds of ammunition, a police riot gun, 1 pistol, 1 Dane gun, 43 tear gas canisters, 2 police uniforms, 1 laptop and desktop computers were also recovered in the raid. Lieutenant Lazarus also adds that 13 military kit pads, 4 police berets, helmets and boots, a medical box with assorted clothing, cooking pots and food items were found at the camp. A 5-volume report on the remote and immediate cause of the Ofa-Erile clashes has been submitted to the Governor of Kwara State, Abdul Fattah Ahmed. Although the chairman of the Judicial Commission, Justice Adeyinka Oyinloye, would not discuss publicly the committee's recommendations, he said their findings are a result of careful and thorough investigations based on its terms of reference.
The Ofa-Erile intercommunal clash is one of the deadliest crises which has rocked Nigeria. For over 2 decades, both communities have been at loggerheads over ownership of a parcel of land, which has led to the destruction of lives and property worth millions of naira. Those communities are located in the southern part of Kwara, Ofa being the headquarters of Ofa local government area, and Erile sitting in Onyo local government. In fact, both communities are so close as the distance between them is just a footstep. After careful consideration and consultation, the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, led by Justice Adeyinka Oyinloye, set up by Governor Ahmed to probe the remote causes of the clash, have come up with their findings.
The peace we need among the Nigerian and Ofa is with them, and still resides in their minds. I refer them to 6 young report the commission their minds for peace and peace only, as there is no better alternative. While I pray that the every incident will not occur again.
Receiving the report of the commission, Governor Ahmed expresses optimism about the findings of the commission.
We deliberately ensure that they have all the time to take in reports, exhibits, so that they can conclusively give us a report that will serve as a lasting solution to the problems that are common in our family. So I want to give all the assurances that all recommendations will be implemented to the letter.
Given the proximity of both communities, it's believed that the peaceful coexistence between the two towns is practically inevitable.
And after almost 2 months in captivity, 7 members of a French family adopted in Cameroon by members of the Boko Haram sect have been released. The good news is the family, including 4 children, were released unharmed and are in good condition, according to Cameroonian authorities. The family was abducted in February by gunmen after a visit to the Ouaza National Park in northern Cameroon. The French gas group GDF Suez has identified the captives as an employee working in Yaoundé and his family of 4 children aged between 5 and 12 years. A statement from the presidency says they've been handed over to the Cameroonian authorities. Unknown gunmen have assassinated a former vice chairman of Kwara State chapter of the Nigerian Medical Dental Association of Nigeria, Dr. Adewumi Ario. A 42-year-old Ario and father was murdered last night by gunmen said to be about 5 in number. Confirming the incident, the Kwara State Deputy Commissioner of Police says he has sent investigators and detectives to find out more about the murder. Meanwhile, family members, friends and public office holders all gathered for the funeral service for Oluwole Awolowo, the publisher of the Tribune newspapers, at Our Saviour's Anglican Church, Ikenne, Ogun State. A church service attracted top dignitaries, including the Speaker of the House of Representatives, governors of Ogun, Delta, Lagos and Ondo States. For the Minister of Information, Mr. Labaran Mako, who led a federal government delegation to the funeral service, Nigeria needs men of vision and integrity to overcome its social, economic and political challenges. The Ogun State Governor, Ibikuli Amoso, described the late Oluwole Awolowo as a great son of Yoruba land.
So many things that if you are not to be Awolowo's son, everybody will know. But we know. And one thing I want to say here today, though we do not have this, I don't have this very close relationship with him, but the few people that I've met with him tells me that it's a good man.
This loss is not just for the whole family, it is indeed a loss to the Yoruba nation and a loss to our country. As we lay him to rest, Nigeria continues to cry for men of vision and principle who will stand on a platform of fairness with the entire federation, platform of service with integrity, platform of belief in a greater Nigeria.
In part 2, after the break, a former SSS director examines, a special report looks at the National Assembly Constitution Amendment Review. Please join us again.
Still covered, all covered. Nigeria.